All right, thanks everybody. I found out I was doing this at 4 o'clock yesterday, so you're getting pretty much the same presentation investors have been... Oh, there we go. Okay, you're getting the same presentation I've been given all week. So we're a little bit different here. We don't have any resources. We don't have anything in place that we're developing at the moment, but we do have some really exciting exploration projects that I'm going to walk you through today, and a really nice mix of 100% owned projects as well as partner-funded projects with Nevada Gold Mines, for example, one of the biggest gold mining companies in the world. So a little bit about the company. Ridgeline was founded out of my garage in 2018, went public in 2020. In that time frame, we've managed to accumulate 163 square kilometer portfolio across 5 projects. We've made a significant CRD discovery at our Salina project, silver, gold, lead, zinc, and we've inked a $30 million US earn-in agreement with Nevada Gold Mines at our Swift project, which is actively being drilled right now. So something that kind of set us apart in the early days as a company is I actually partnered with I co-founded the company with the owner of a drilling company. So what we did is he took a founding equity stake in the company. In return, Ridgeline got a 15,000 meter drill contract at cost. That allowed us to advance these projects here, move them forward really quickly. And when everybody else was drilling at 50, 60, 70 bucks a foot in this inflationary environment over the last 2-3 years, we were drilling at $25 a foot. So every Ridgeline dollar went a little bit farther than our peers. So location, I think, in Nevada is obviously incredibly important, right? We have 4 core projects as well as an interesting early stage project called Robert Gulch there right on the Idaho border. Salina is our flagship. Swift is partnered with Nevada Gold Mines, as I mentioned, and Bell Creek and Carlin East are strategic assets. I'll quickly show you the map. I think you'll figure out why yourself. So we've had a lot of questions lately. You know, we partnered with Nevada Gold Mines. People are going, what's your business model, right? Are you a prospect generator? What's your goal as a company? So I really felt it was necessary to really highlight where we are and where we're going as a company. And so we started the company right here, right? 5 early stage assets. Who knows which one's going to be the flagship? We did systematic exploration at each phase, at least a phase 1 drill program to assess potential. Made a significant discovery at Salina. That's where we sit right now, right? We're right at phase 2. Ideally, over the next 12 to 24 months, we're taking that thing to maiden resource, and we'd like to bring it to a mid-tier major, let them take it the rest of the way. We are discovery focused. We're not here to put things into production. We're here to make discoveries, move them into the hands of the right teams, and then move on and do it again. This is a little bit ironic, I think, in the current markets, right? Value creation. A little bit of a tough market right now, but I think we're doing a great job. From a cap structure perspective, 56 million shares out, 69 million fully diluted, some great top shareholders in the company, including some great institutional ownership as well. We have $700,000 in the kitty right now, and we're raising $2.5 million at 20 cents. So I think it's a sign of the markets. The last raise was 50 cents, but we need to keep moving. So we're doing a small bridge financing, make sure we can move our projects forward. Anyone who's interested, please contact me after the talk. I own 7% of the company myself. Between my co-founder, Steve Nielsen, and myself, right here and here, we own about 9% of the company. Here's our management team. Won't get too heavy into this. The main thing I want to point out, this guy finds a heck of a lot of gold. He worked for Gold Standard Ventures previously. Mike, he found the North Dark Star deposit. We brought him on in 2019. He's been a great addition to the team. Dwayne Lowe, my CFO, worked for multiple public companies over the last 20 years. So I'm going to show you Salina first. Salina is a 39 square kilometer property. The opportunity here is we have a large CRD, carbonate replacement deposit, high grade, big scale. We're still in the early days. We want to take this thing to a maiden resource over the next 12 to 24 months, as I mentioned. This is a location of the project. I'm going to spin things around a bit here. I want to point out, here's the Bald Mountain Mine to the northwest. We have a large contiguous land package right here. Big porphyry sits right off the edge of the property. That's the driving force. That's the mineralization that's pushing onto our project, as well as we believe into the neighboring projects to the north. So you look at the project. Sorry, a little bit of a delay here. There we go. Our original discovery is Chinchilla. We have 5 defined projects or targets on the project at this point with 3 different deposit types. All of that, again, emanating from this porphyry here just off the edge of the project. You look in, you zoom in here, we've defined with all of our drill contract, we were able to drill at incredibly low cost. We have 1.2 kilometers of strike to the down dip extent, over 1 kilometer in this direction as well, with this system open in those 2 directions. We started hitting higher lead and zinc as we started drilling into this area and realized, okay, maybe we're not in a gold-silver system. Maybe we're into an actual CRD. This didn't start as a CRD play. And what we realized is that every single CRD worldwide is going to zone out in a certain way. We've been able to define that this is the CRD portion of the system. Our original discovery actually is a precious metals gold-silver play as it zones away from this porphyry. And then we have a gold-only target over at Broken Egg, which is still very early stage. So I'm going to show you a cross-section here. This is our most drilled off section on the project. As you can see, right here is our modeled zone here at Chinchilla. Whoops. There we go. You can see it's a nice, consistent zone that runs right underneath that blue contact. We hit high-grade intercepts through here that are potentially bulk tonnage, open pitable as well. So we've hit 30 meters of 105 from surface, 3 meters of 458, 4.6 of 421 silver, 0.6 gold, and 8% lead zinc. We're starting to zone into that CRD system as we drill down to the west. Another big intercept here, 44 meters of 123 grams per ton of silver. Again, you get high-grade blowouts at structural intersections, which are connected by these high-grade intercepts in between. So what our team wanted to do, and looking back, why would you step out 2.5 kilometers? But it seemed like a good idea at the time. So we came in and we did a mag survey. The mag highs right here show your structures. And in between those structures, you have your mag lows, and that's where your zone is. You can see that our actual known mineralization is hosted between those mag highs. So we stepped out this summer 2.5 kilometers, down dip of that, right here, and we hit 2 zones, 15 and 17 meters of polymetallic mineralization with a highlight intercept of 3 meters of 40 grams silver, 3 grams gold, and 7% lead zinc combined. Now, obviously we want to find higher grade intercepts. We want to hit thicker intercepts, and we think we can. But that's the same grade as a Taylor deposit, in a gold or a silver equivalent or a zinc equivalent basis. So we know we're onto something, but this is wide space drilling, and we need to keep on expanding. You go a kilometer to the south, same thing. You see similar geometries. We have drill holes up to 7.7 meters of 700 grams silver and 1.5 grams gold at surface, 12 meters of 306, 15 meters of 178. Good consistency, weekly drilled off. What we need to do is raise cash, drill this thing out, and I think we can take this thing to a maiden resource, at least in the shallow mineralization, by the end of next year, with the long-term value being this CRD out to the south or out to the west. Some of the things that we're doing to kind of cut costs in a tough market, we recently bought a backpack drill rig. That's me in rubber pants and 100-degree heat with my VP exploration, drilling 20-meter drill holes on new targets. These are the things we're doing to de-risk targets from the early stage rock chips before we bring out a 6-figure drill program, and we're using it really effectively. We're testing stuff right now. When we come out and do a drill program this fall, we're gonna have a lot of confidence on some of these early stage targets. So what could Salina be? This is arguably a dangerous slide, right? Anytime you try to compare yourself to anyone else, it always gets you in trouble. But what we're trying to do here is I tried to highlight 3 different CRD deposits in the Western US and in Mexico across various development levels, various tonnages to show what these things can be. Salina shows similar strike length to some of these bigger guys. It shows similar grades to Cinco de Mayo. So what we need to do is obviously drill this thing to resource and prove that, right? This is just for context, but this is the kind of target that we're going after, and we're in a great jurisdiction in Nevada. The next thing I want to show you guys, forgot about this. Main thing, we're drilling this fall. We're going to do 10 to 12 holes with this drill program, going after shallow, high-grade silver and gold. I think it's going to be pretty exciting results. So at Swift, this is our partnered project with Nevada Gold Mines. The reason Nevada Gold Mines got excited here, they came in because we're sitting right on the Cortez district, right in the prolific trend with a 75 square kilometer land package. That main trend, this is not a linear fault, it's more of a deformation zone, but that's the trend that hosts over 50 million ounces of gold. We were able to prove that the same host rocks here are hosted on our project at Swift. We're able to do a really great deal. We came in, we drilled 2 holes in 2020, which proved those same host rocks here and here exist. And we also have a drill hole about a kilometer away historically that drilled 18 meters of 0.7 grams in the Wenban Formation, which is that prospective host rock that shows you have the right rocks, shows you have gold. What we didn't have is the money to drill this thing, right? This is expensive $700,000 drill hole. So we brought on our partners at Nevada Gold Mines. They're drilling that project right now. And we did a really favorable deal, 4-part deal, $30 million US to earn into 70%. The initial earn-in is $20 million US for 60 over 5 years, with $4 million of that guaranteed by the end of 2023. Our guidance that we're getting so far, based on their drill program and scale, they're going to significantly overspend that $4 million minimum by the end of this year, so a full year ahead of schedule. If they make a big discovery, this thing turns into the next gold rush, the next 4 Mile, whatever it could be, we have the development option on the back end. We get a 25% fully carried interest to first gold pour. This thing would, if a discovery is made, would be one of the largest net profit interests in North America. So really good mix, I think, when you factor in 100% owned asset at Salina. We got a great earning here at Nevada Gold Mines where we're seeing partner-funded dollars going in the ground at a very prospective project. And then we have a pipeline of early-stage projects that we're still advancing. So I want to show you those quickly since I think I'm running a little bit out of time. Here's some of our strategic assets. The reason we call them our strategic assets is they're deep. We don't want to drill these things just yet. I would love to, but we're talking about $1 million a drill hole at either one of these holes. But the potential upside is huge. You look at Wren, for example, which is right beside our Bell Creek project. Nevada Gold Mines just put out a 1.2 million ounce resource at 7 grams per ton in February, and we are only 500 meters away from the edge of this project. So we want to bring someone in, have them drill some holes, potentially find the extensions of this ore body. Obviously, with this being this close to existing infrastructure, this would be a very valuable discovery if we can make one. Then you look over at our Carlin East project. The value at Carlin East is directly tied to the Leeville mine. Nevada Gold Mines, again, they just put out a maiden resource of 700,000 ounces down there at 11.5 grams per ton, one of the highest grade resources in Nevada. And what I really like about this is that same fault zone that hosts it runs right up the edge towards our property. So if we look at a conceptual long section, because again, there hasn't been enough drilling to actually really pull this thing together yet, is you can see the potential here. You have pods of 10 to 20 million ounce gold mines all the way along this contact. NGM owns all of this ground right here. And then here's our project boundary. We're about 1,200 meters down by the time you drill a hole here. We drilled one hole last year, cost about $1 million, really hurt, but we hit the right host rocks, but we didn't hit much gold. So what we're looking to do is to partner both Bell Creek, Carlin East, see somebody who has the deep pockets and sees this upside right in the back door or backyard of some of the biggest mines in the world and see this thing get moved forward. So what we're trying to put together here, I guess, is, we have our 100% owned Salina project. That's our flagship. That's something that we can advance and add value. Swift is being drilled by Nevada Gold Mines. We'd like to be seeing Carlin East and Bell Creek being drilled as well. And hopefully through one of these projects, we all know how exploration can be, hopefully one of these projects pans out and we can see some major performance on our share price. So I think I have about 30 seconds left. This is one of our early stage projects. Main thing I want to point out, proven oxide discovery. It's a Liberty Gold black pine type analog. There's already multiple low grade oxide drill intercepts at surface that have been drilled in the past. This is something that we can come in, drill very effectively with our backpack drill rig and hopefully have some success in the future. But we'd be targeting a 1 to 2 million ounce open pit with similar grades to what you see at Black Pine. So that's the target here. Whoops, hit that. All right, I think I'm out.
All right, we have
Any
time
questions?
for a question, if there are any. Yeah.
Can you comment on the depth of the CRD units?
Yes.
Because I'm a little confused. I think everything's in meters.
You're right,
But,
yep.
And there were some in feet. I'm not sure.
I might have mentioned feet, and I apologize. I kind of switch. I'm Canadian, but I've lived in Nevada for 10 years, so I switch a bit in between them. You're looking at that hit far to the west, that 3-meter hit. That's about 650 meters. The system continuously is mineralized all the way up to surface along that contact, so right up to outcropping at surface.
All right, thank you, Chad.
Thanks, everyone.